Hey friends, hope you're having a good week. It is Wednesday. I can't believe it's already midweek. I can't believe it's gonna be May next week. We're getting a little flirt today from summer, and it's 75 here in Cleveland, but I'm sure, Cleveland, it's probably gonna be 50 within the next 5 minutes. So anyway, I want to talk to you a little bit today about something you might be thinking about for the upcoming season. So a lot of times in the summertime, the weather gets warmer and we want to take our workouts outside, which is fantastic, right? Get some vitamin D, enjoy fresh air, and all the great things that come with moving and working out outside. A couple things you might want to consider. One being, how are your tennis shoes right now? How are the support that is supporting your feet when you're doing all these activities, especially things that are more endurance related, like long walks or hiking. So I actually just got a new pair. Let's see if I can pan down here. I just got a new pair of New Balances because my other New Balances were not in great shape anymore. I'd had them for a few years. And so for me, I was able to order these off Amazon because I knew this stylish shoe fit me because I'd had it before. So that's another question is, are you wearing the stylish shoe that is best suited for you? Like when you take a walk, do you feel achy? Do your feet feel achy? Do your legs feel achy? And not achy like, hey, a little bit of muscle soreness because I did something and I haven't done in a while, but like in a way of kind of like an achy pain, annoyance sort of thing. It might be that you need a little bit different of a footwear support. So something to consider would be going to a shoe store. Usually they're locally owned, not to knock Dick's or anything like that, but typically if you have access to it, obviously, a locally owned shoe store is going to be a little bit better educated on how your foot is. So if you have high arches, if you have flat feet, perhaps you might need some kind of insole, things like that. I have to wear insoles. I can't wear factory insoles, so I have to pull them out and put in my own. So things like that to consider when footwear season is upon us and we're going to be outside doing all kinds of fun things. The second thing I would consider is if you have access to a yard or grassy area and you want to do some barefoot work, I think that's also fantastic. In fact, if you've been working out at home the last several months, if that's something that you've been doing, if you haven't been working out barefoot, I would suggest it unless it's something that causes you great pain. I know some people that can't do it. They actually really have to wear shoes when they work out. That's completely fine. But working out barefoot is really great because it gives your feet what's called proprioception, or how they relate to the space they're in. So when we're in any kind of strength move, our feet should almost be kind of like gripping the ground. The toes should have room to move, but the bulk of the foot should be like gripping the ground, gripping through the shoe or gripping into the floor or whatever you're working on, grass, whatever you've got. Now, obviously, if you're doing high impact stuff, sometimes shoes are a little bit better for that. But if you're doing straight up strength training or even like little sprints or stuff like that, you would probably be okay wearing no shoes. And again, just kind of play with it and see how it feels for you. For me, as someone who has really high arches, it's so much better because my feet don't feel like they're suffocating in my shoe, even though I have shoes that are fitted pretty well. So just an idea there to maybe play around with barefoot training a little bit. I actually have a client I'm working with right now that I went to her home and she was putting on shoes and I was like, have you tried barefoot training? And now she's been doing it the last couple weeks and she's like, it feels different. I feel more rooted into the ground because let's face it, our feet hold our entire bodies. So if our feet aren't really rooted into the ground, we're not going to be really balanced as much as we could be. This is why yoga is really beneficial, I find, because it really roots you into the floor and the earth and things like that, right? That's why people who do yoga a lot of times have really great ankle mobility and really great balance because they're always barefoot when they're practicing, or maybe using some kind of grippy sock or something like that. So just wanted to pop in and drop this on you and just kind of give you some food for thought. I know a lot of shoe stores have Memorial Day sales and things like that, so that might be something to look towards as that holiday is approaching in the next month. But again, just kind of making sure that you have proper footwear for the upcoming season. You're thinking ahead a little bit about things, and I hope you're having an awesome Wednesday, and I will pop on next week. Thanks.